So everyone, I'm back. No, I gotta use another line. I like video games, so I play God mode games or city building games that you can actually do more in, because they're so massively mapped in these games. So probably go to go out at 11, 10 o'clock or go first. And money costs a lot of people, so don't screw up. They tell us that, and it's like, really? So we are increasing business, and it is fluctuating. Actually, the last game I did, I went in bad debt. And it always comes to the debt in the game. Like, come on, can I be financially independent? So, the game has questions as answers. Or maybe I'm just talking as the game plays. So it's cool to play a game. I used to do a lot of YouTube videos until I realized no one was watching my YouTube videos. It's like 1 or 2 views. I mean, that doesn't make sense. I had a channel I had to delete because I got hacked. Computer, I was like, I got into my email and I had to cover up my old email. Because I guess no matter what you do, the pain is there. Scam after scam after scam, people. This is why our societies are falling apart. Because the country and businesses are not obedient to what creates life. Or business. Create life and business. Buy, sell. I guess they don't want to understand the rule, and they want to take us out. I don't know. I mean, I'm at 22,000. I'm not going to build anymore. Probably a mistake to go that route, but I need to go in the double digits. I mean, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Still in the red, which is what I'm worried about. Lately, I've been going in the red in these games. I'm like, debt ceiling's not good. I also need to get a vehicle, and it's not easy looking for vehicles because either they're too cheap and nothing works, or they're cheap or not work, or they're too expensive out of the range. So I gotta be very cautious because people don't give me the right of way. This is scam people. We're being scammed by the public false court systems that take you to court with no improvable cause. And they do this. They legally law the law in their hands and they abuse it. Just because you're a cop does not mean you have to investigate everyone or arrest someone. These case files are redundant, or too much at a time. This is what John F. Kennedy was talking about with the corruption in the local and official corruption in the government or in the community. When John F. Kennedy ran for office, it was like, really? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But, you got the party saying, oh, this is our party, and there's a lot of corruption going on, but it's because the high-ups are deceiving us. And it's not just the high-ups. We got cunners in the system, spy operations. They're going south. So, yeah, it's like, really? And then I gotta eventually get this road up into a 4-way. Or 2-4, something like that. But I'm hoping my income goes higher in the game. I mean, it is complicated to build this stuff, so now my income's going up, so that's nice. You build things too early or too late, you go broke. I'm like, really? In the game, I mean, not in real life, but I do tend to talk about real life. So, I'm only making $40. Not good. $45 is at the highest. It's going to be a while before my money goes up. So I will save this game, retype it. Not doing well in these games lately. I swear, it's not going up that high. And it costs a lot of money to do stuff because of the cost of the game. You know, there's certain things you purchase. But for some bad reason, I got not enough to market, you know. So it is a proper income or not enough income, or I need this amount of income when you're playing these games, because everyone plays the game until you realize this is how you play it. But they don't accept that. The games get too AI, or I know about that part, but yeah, it's too much. I do gotta check my phone or my other watch later on and see if it's charged up. So it is hard to build income because of the fallacy. It's like you build, or you build too quickly. Even building slowly, you can lose income and lose money, and it's like, really? Only be 124, now 131. Should be in the 500s. I'm not making enough to consider growth. So technically I can't install that. Oh, population of 480. But I'll just keep on increasing the income. So I won't do anything right now because I'm strategizing. Even though I got a small dinky city. So, Doc, really? Your city ain't that big? Oh, darn. But it's really a complication in the system of abuse and torture. We're Americans, we're all this. We need to treat people with respect in this economy. Now they're walking all over everyone's grave. I'm like, really? I mean, people should not be being murdered like they are in this day and age. And it's like ridiculous. And then if you have COVID, you have pollution attack, which creates COVID. I'm like, there's a lot of mess ups in our economy that don't realize the problems of the occurrence of mass murder. I mean, this is getting worse. They made horror movies, now they made COVID-19, and Freddy Krueger created COVID. I'm like, really? I mean, I would have to say no or not, yay. But it's a realm of evil that exists in our planet to bring down our natural society and to ignore the populace. It's really ridiculous when you see all this, and so they say nay or yay against you, or support you or against you. These stuff are going on like an out of control box. You know, I know that kids should care. I don't swear. I have morals. I don't know if I always have morals. I love my women, but still, the morals of you should not swear at all. I was taught at a young age not to say a word of swearing. It was a bad thing when I was a kid if you were taught swearing, you know. I guess that's how the body works. You know, it's like, really? Did you not tell me the truth? No. So, it is cool to play the greatness of the game, or to build income I guess I'm gonna slowly build to 1,000. I'll probably go to smoking a little bit, but not yet. Not yet, yeah. Well, it's over 500 now, so that's nice. I'm just waiting for that income to increase. I don't want to take any unnecessary loans until I know I can afford it. Early in the game, you take a loan, you're in trouble. I learned that in the game. But if you take a loan, you got to pay it back in only one loan in the early game. As you go through, you can take out more loans, but you got to pay them back eventually. Taking a loan is like a bargain from the mafia. The godfathers of money are the mafia. Because they'll lend you the money and they'll say, give me your hand. I'm like, really? No, but it's actually falling apart, people. The corruptions and scandals. The scammers are becoming the new mafia. I'm like, the mafia's dead. No, the mafia is still around, people. People don't know what is hitting them in the face. Yeah, a lot of mafia members have been arrested and murdered. This is how sad our story is, but now we're being scammed. I'm like, not just by the mafia, but by organized crime. Or spammers and scammers. I mean, it's a bad case scenario. You build, then you can't afford to build. God said, build this city here. No, don't build it there. I'm like, these things are contrary to belief. Because it does not establish establishment of a financial ground. Yes, people can be idiots. The law says nothing about against or supported to these quotients. But if you want to be legal, lawyers and congressmen are the same crappy reality. You don't take people to court just because you become a cop or a sheriff or a lawyer when you're fresh down in the box. I'm like, no, you gotta have experience to be in these fields. It's not just being some damn cop. You can probably get trained for it, but yeah, we need cops to protect the innocent, and that's not always the case. They're after drug dealers. I'm like, come on, people, you know better than that. And that's the sad part is, our economy is a flat surface. It is a joke within the riddle. And yet, this game represents life. The builds need to increase. Anytime you get a tornado and a funnel, that ruins a lot of things. But God says, do not build there, build here. I was like, do that mean I gotta move to Kansas? Don't move to Kansas, but yes, you gotta move out of Wisconsin, people. I have to say the state of Wisconsin is so corrupt, we gotta move out. I mean, literally. People in Congress, the people in the state of Wisconsin are full of crap. I won't say the other word. I've been known to swear, but I don't swear. I've been caught it once in a while. But I don't blare it all the time, just like your children need to learn how to understand education, adulthood. I never really got a good education in school. It was a joke of the system. And I was shocked I didn't get much favor. I had no favorites. Yeah, the game is saying Zeus says that's the right location. Or maybe Zeus is angry. God is God. Zeus is Zeus. But do anyone understand why we live in this God-forsaken town? It is forsaken. It is the parole of oath against the law. The law is of God and the nature of man. And the laws are retained to man that gives him glory. Yet anyone who can read the Bible and say this is what was said, no, I made the Bible. No, just on the internet. How many people can believe false cult members? That's just as bad as the state of Wisconsin. I could joke about it. I like other states. I like bigger cities and bigger populations. Some country cities in the east are really low population or really high, depending on the location. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know they were that big a population. But natural disasters and all these things trying to cover up the earth, and businesses that are not following in response to this should worry. And I say I'll start sending funnels here. No, in the game you can create tornadoes if you buy that purchase. I've been purchasing games for a while. Whether I can get my PS5 to update on the 31st, which would be Sunday, or I wait until Monday to see if it actually goes through. But I gotta make sure that payment's made. So And I mean, yeah, jokes. It's all a joke. I mean, do you love me? Do you hate me? That's the kind of routine that goes between these global communities and the online scam market. I'm like, really? I don't hate you. I'm like, okay, but they say what they want. I don't care if you're black or white. The screen is the same color. No, that's a bad joke. We still need people. I'm not a racist. People aren't. The KKK was nearly defeated, okay, people. That wasn't the issue when we were growing up. I mean, blacks were in school, and then you had racism, or Donald Trump is racist. They can say that. I am not against the politicians. I am against the supporting of negative politicians. I'm the congressman. I want to run for... And you know how many idiots would run for Congress? There's more white idiots in Congress than blacks in Congress. I mean, there's still a good amount of people running for office. I'm not against anything that supports or denies a person their rights. I'm a godly person. I'm a Christian. I support people in this country. I may sound like I support Russia because of the drinks and the women, but I don't get the women and the drinks because it's been so long. So okay, so I got 26,563. I made it pretty soon. I'll go first one. Like, I have to. I learned that from certain cultures. Like, oh, this is what it is. When you get older, it wasn't like that. I believe in God. I believe in rightful technology that works. Smoking a cigarette may not be my benefit, but you know what? Back in the day, they didn't add all these chemicals. They didn't lie and say, oh, well, it has nicotine. Wait a minute. It also has cyanide in it. Like, wait a minute. Take those side chemicals out. Okay. Sorry about that, people. I dropped the camera. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that. I dropped the camera. I was getting too excited. So, I do understand the logic of the game and the creativity of emotional stress. We don't need it. We need the purpose of genius and Gianna. I mean, I don't know how many people are watching my videos because I play games now. I was on YouTube. So many channels, and then I had to delete my page. I was like, no. I mean, you have a culture that either wants to grow, doesn't want to grow, or is afraid to grow. So this stuff is not the genetic science that we were taught when we were kids. Because they don't want this in the global community. They don't want it in a line of blasphemy. They'll say whatever. So, the game is interesting and confusing, people, because I swear on my oath of God that it's wrong to argue, to disbelieve in truth. Many people may not understand that. And it's the truth. It's the God-given truth. So, whether you believe in God or do not know, there is a God. Not the God as people today believe, but as Zeus was God, and he was the father of Jesus Christ. But a lot of people go, oh, well, this ain't fact. I'm like, yes, it is. Don't argue with the power of God. God is Zeus. He's setting up many names. Jesus didn't say that because Jesus wasn't in the beginning. And a lot of people say, oh, well, that's contrary to belief. I'm like, really? Do you believe in God? Do you surrender to him? I'll probably have to build another factory. And it is important to grow as an economy and to grow as a market. This is why the Father created us. Not to be blasphemy and sin, but to be blasted with God. Yeah, you'll make a few sins down the line, you repent, you're forgiven. But religion doesn't say what it was for in the beginning. It says what they're told what happened in the past for someone of today's version of their moral fiber. I stopped going to church when they got violent and aggressive. I was like, no, I'm out the door. Jim Jones was a follower of religious following, and he deceived the people. He broke his church with his blasphemy, and people are doing this all the time. They're turning your church as a cult. They're meeting their women. It's turning into a cult. I'm like, yeah, California was famous for being independent because of the argument people made about it. I'm like, why argue about God and how you're supposed to work? I mean, anyone can read the Bible and say, this is the accurate word of God. But what is the accurate word of God? I play games. That's the word of God. That's how you build your economy. Money, technology, resources. Anything City Skyline talks about. And I could be a global idiot too. So we are human in emotional stress. So, you know, whether people want to believe or not. Okay. It may cost too much. And yeah, they don't like it. You know, people have their opinion on stuff, but just build the garbage. What are you complaining about, people? Maybe they don't like it. So my game updated. Hopefully it does fluctuate, but we'll make arguments about where we're going to build, who we're going to follow. God is not a surrender of the domination of enemies. And a lot of people can say there's a lot of religions, and there are a lot of people that ignore what God said. Well, I am a follower of the right belief, but not a follower with the wrong ideas. And you can go to any church, any development, and realize God is not there for the church. He's there for the people. So don't crucify your own churches and your synagogues and the people that will follow church. You know, I've seen a lot of people that say, I'm a Christian, I'm a gamer. I'm like, no, you're not a gamer. Yeah. I try to make a good joke out of something. Now my money is increasing. Nice. I'm at a 40,000 increase. I'll keep this range for a while. And you should do this for a while before income has to build up at a higher rate. So if it's at 70, 80,000, you can spend on things. But if it's under 30, don't go for it. If it hits 40, you're increasing the value of your income in the game. I wouldn't just say play a game and buy a bunch of stuff, because people can do that and they'll be like, I'm purchasing this game. I'm like, go ahead. I'll be right back. Okay, we got a problem, people. I'm back. I had to get long underwear on because it's freaking cold out. See what else So I got $49,000 out of 584. So yeah, I don't know what's in school. And I got 50,000, and I'll wait until I hit 100,000. So when you build, make sure your economy requires it. I'll have to build a hospital. Okay, hopefully that doesn't decrease the value of the income. And they help to grow your economy, not to weaken the economy. Which I think we have too many people in leadership. I do have to agree, this is a problem of the global community to not realize who this is. This is based on the power of God, and it could be an arrogant or a downfall. You know, like, oh, well, I need business, I need this, I need that. I'm like, do you really need it? You know, I don't mean, well, you should just yell about wait until the budget increases. Well, I built a hospital. So I am increasing the budget, which is good. I got a recycling center, but I'm not going to do that anyway. Yeah, I know you're arguing about the school district. Yeah. Should grow pretty soon. I got a hospital and it helped the people. These games can be really tough, and it's not always tough in real life, but it can be once in a while. I need the budget. So I am building a city and I'm growing it. So hopefully my budget increases. And I got off on the weekend, so I'll be playing games on the weekend. Not Saturday, got a lot of stuff to do, but Sunday, well, hopefully. So it's good to grow the economy. Okay, I did build a ground pollution, which helped ground sewage instead of going through the waterway. So building is important, people. I don't know. I mean, I guess on Easter I'll be going to the Grand Canyon, or after Easter. So I guess we're going to Arizona or to the Grand Canyon after Easter, and I'll like going across country. I don't know if I can play these games on a tablet yet, but I have to think on it. I'm like, do I need a game? No. Or I just buy a nice tablet. You know, the new S. I probably have to buy the new tablet and junk an old one. Because I know tablets are every year. The Samsung watches every year. Phones you can get whenever you need it. So it's worth to buy if you can get a new tablet. I do things based on what I can do at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, I supply gifts for family members. So I haven't been successful on that. So far, nothing being built there. I'm gonna have to do factories here because it is not grown. So. Okay. Now the factories are growing. Yay! So I did build enough. I got 747 people. The budget can be a crisis issue. Don't go into loans really early. Unless you can afford it. Don't do only do one loan at a time. But you gotta pay it back. I don't like real loans in real life because it's a complicated issue. So just in the game, I mean, it's like, so I know in the economy, the problem with our economy is legal lawyers and cops are taking people that they should not be taken down, and it's because of the abuse of power. Don't go out, you know, it's like, oh, I'm a young rookie cop or a rookie lawyer. They don't do their job right, and they screw things up. So, and it's a common problem. So. But as many people ignore the reality of God, they ignore the reality of truth. Which is a sad, sad story, that people have to go this way. It's like, oh, well, you're a cop, you're a lawyer. I'm like, no. The problem we have in our economy is the abuse. Taking things to court when they have no reason, setting up fake drug busts. It happens a lot. I swear, as long as I live here, they'll claim people doing drugs. Cigarettes, they're now targeting, but it's wrong to target that industry because, one, it's not a drug, it's legally sold, and they want to make everything a drug, marijuana, cocaine, all that, or cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes, that's how I get my energy. And they say, oh, you don't need this. I'm like, really? You're Wisconsin, and California's bigger than you. And that's because the states don't get involved when there's corruption and scandal. Look at the George Floyd case. Biggest scandal on the market. He did drugs, yeah. Probably why they arrested him. But, you know, look at all the riots said, I want a riot. I'm like, no, you don't have the right to riot. But we're human beings, no matter if we're black or white. This ain't about black or white anymore. It's about those who are breaking the law. This is common under certain circumstances, but the abuse of the law has gone overboard, and we're aware of it. So, back to 40,000. Nice. 600,000. Up. So I got a 40,000 and a 600 up. Increase. So I got my Samsung Watch 3. I know they came out to 4. But I think I'll just buy a tablet, you know what I mean? Or I could look it up and buy a tablet soon, and I think that's what I'll do. I mean, I'll have to get the money for the tablet, but I will probably, I'm not going to just worry about the tablet. The car, I'm going to wait a while until my money goes up a little more. I'll probably get something in March, car-wise, or February if there's a good deal. But otherwise, I'll get a new tablet. I don't need to upgrade the watch. I have a feeling a lot of stuff that's coming out right now the last 3 years is a pile of crap. I mean, you get technology that will crash, and you get hacked, and then no one can do a thing when they're hacked. Because they're not built for logistics, you know what I mean? I didn't realize that was there. So, I do got a 760 population level in the city, so I don't know what the population in Wisconsin is. Oh, really? So that is increased. Hopefully that helps. So it is about building, it is about structure, it is about the people. Yeah, people don't want into this. I'm like, really? So whether we can grow in a small economy, decrease it into a bigger economy, takes money, it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of buildings, it takes people, it takes business and commercial, and even all these other big corporations and products. Yeah, they want a school, I know. I will build one when I have time. Yeah. I mean, there was a while that I had some old used up places, so I am increasing my budget. I have 1,000. I will build an elementary school somewhere down the line. Fire station, so that's not in there yet. We want more people. We want more people. Yeah. 42,000, which is really good at this point. I'm not in the hundreds and 500s and in the thousands increasing, so. It's nice to have it come. That's the problem, people. We're running into a trouble the aliens predicted. The aliens talked about it. Or the Greys, as they call them. And they knew this was going to happen, so. It's like, I really need money. I'm like, it's a setup, it's a fallout. I mean, we're trying to increase the population and trying to save humanity and the cities and the nations. It's not about a one country anymore. It's about global unity. Whether the big countries want to admit to it or not. So maybe the global wars have been caused by the aliens. We don't know. We do know there have been a lot of evidence on UFOs. So. But we're not talking about UFOs. We're talking about the people. Whether humans understand it or not, of government, aliens, any evil that comes into the system, which is a look down in a lot of populations. So, you know. So I will build. Okay, I think I need to expand now. It takes a lot of money to expand, so I'm gonna expand. Well, that didn't help. %6% for Marco. I know I'm moving things around. I don't like it. Oh well. Okay, so. Yeah. No, you don't like it, but I just build your expansion tool. Come on. Not good. Okay, finally fixed it. That was a waste of time. Come on! Okay. That was a rescue situation, so... So I got all that over there, which will help. Medical clinic. So they waste a lot of money on that. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. So. I'm gonna wait until my money increases. Well, I will be eating lunch soon, and I gotta work today, so I will turn off at one point. I don't eat lunch until a certain time, so. Well, it does help to increase the income or to increase the value. So, all in all. So I'll have to wait for the city to grow again. I did increase the value. So. And building highway roads is a pain in the butt. You know, this and that. So I'm getting old. They're not talking to me. I don't have friends. I have the video games. That is pretty cool. You know, so, I do have to wait for the income to go up before I do anything else. Hopefully I can get up higher because it just expanded some of the baselines of the cities. And politics is pretty much crazy. In real life, you can't move buildings. I mean, you probably could, which I didn't know they know how. I mean, it's good to move a building somewhere else, you know, but it has to require a budget, you know, and a product to build. You know, they were going to build, and they never did. So, you know, come on, people. So I'm gonna wait until I get lunch. I'm getting McDonald's, people, but they probably won't have it until 11. So I haven't took any loans in this part of the game, which is important to grow your city and your people and your population. Hopefully not. So I got 25,000. I mean, I will build more residentials pretty soon if it starts going down. So it is good to grow your... Oh, okay. Probably need to grow another one. Okay, straight. Okay, so let's build residential. Okay, residential is good. So let's go and build. Determine where to go. So let's see where it goes first, because now I'm building again, and hopefully the increase of the income brings enough population, but it will bring enough economy, so public domain. Before COVID, everything worked normally. Now we got to be super cautious with COVID. So I do not, I mean, I know we want to be healthy and standing strong, but what do? The chances of COVID affecting you with drugs are effective. It depends on the drug. Cigarettes, you can stand longer, but as long as it's not the chemical cigarette companies, you still get, they need better, non-chemical cigarettes. The nicotine, yeah, but the cyanide is what creates the problem. I'm like, no, you guys have the wrong science, it's like, it happens all the time. Like, really? I'm not going. The economy's not growing. Well, yeah, it is. It's just denying the fact. That will be just for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I like increasing the budget, and that's important. So. So, budget crisis, people. Budget crisis. 820 or 831 population, which is good. So we're doing good. I mean, you can get in debt anytime in the game. It doesn't have to begin or end. It's if you've got too much effective cost stuff, it does affect. Income. Yes. Income is going up. People. No tax yet, so usually can tax me. Now to a 1,000 increase, so the budget is doing well. Slowly build your income in your game. It does help in this game, so do not rush the income. Do not rush the purchase unless you need it. But make sure your balance is going up on both sides. It can affect if you build stuff that has too much price wise. So I'm going to wait for this to go up. I have 833 population. I'm not going to do anything yet, until I increase some income. So it's good to expand, people. Don't complain, oh well. 1,000 in income. $27,000. Nice people. So, yeah, these are issues, but you want to let your income go up a little more over a certain level. Don't go too under. Don't just let it increase. So I don't know why all of this happened. So the coal plant ran out of fuel? You gotta be kidding me. I don't know what just happened. This is odd. Something happened. Almost all the businesses are out. So I may have screwed up. I may not be able to save this. I'll have to redo it. When it went down, it doesn't make sense. I thought it would increase. With the power? Complain about the power? See if that does anything. So let's see if this helps. Because the power went out in the city, and now it's gone, and everything is more trouble. Take a $20,000 loan. Serious problem. Okay. I don't know why the power went out. That's a good question. I think the city went bankrupt. See if I can get out of this. I screwed up. I'm drinking Coke because I just don't. As I went downstairs, the city went into power outage problem. I don't know what happened because it was rare to watch the city go into outage and everyone move out. I'm like, really? Got my work pants on, which is good. I'm smoky when I get done with the game. Okay, power is back. $3,000 debt. That was a shame. Just wait until the residentials are built. Whether or not the factories will grow back, that was a waste of opportunity. Oh, that was a close one. Saved by the bell, or after the bell. No, we're waiting for the city to get expanded. I mean, I didn't pay attention, so. I had to take a $20,000 loan in the game just to pay off, you know. If I get second off your business history go, it was really well in income wise. I had like 30,000, 40,000 in the home. That's odd. I wasn't watching earlier. I was eating lunch. What crap. City won't go around. I had to eat lunch. I was just sitting like that. I'll have to play again another time. Like, darn it. I'll play tonight when I get off work. But Saturday I'll be gone, so I won't be doing my video games. I just don't know what to do because they took me in. So. Get out of the debts. That was a bad outage. Hopefully I get out of debt, because I'm hoping the business will start increasing and covering more. Over there is building, so I realize this is going to be a problem. If I don't go, hopefully this city will go back, so. Kind of slowing it down because, you know, I build the city, you know. So, I pretty much don't know what happened or went wrong, but I'll know in the future. But I'm in the red and I can't get out, so I might as well quit the game and start over. I won't start over right now, but I'll start over tonight because I did something happen in the game and I'm not sure what. Either power outage or something went wrong. I didn't realize it went crazy on me. So I'm going to end the video, turn off the game, not going to save it.